I said it's piracy. Not everything that's piracy is necessarily, strictly speaking, illegal.
I mean, by definition, I thought piracy was illegal.
Yeah.
I will say, I have a whole thing with those billboards that blind you on the highway. Like, someone should be paying me for being blinded by some ad.
They're destroying the world. I think they're rotting the world from the inside out, and I think that ads are a problem. If I have to look at ads in public, then I don't want to have to pay taxes.
Yep.
There's a video.
I got you.
Okay, what's the deal? How do you get the video?
You pay.
You pay.
Well, the comparison doesn't really hold up.
No.
Because one has a paywall and one doesn't. Now he'll say, oh, well, the paywall is watching the ad. My issue, again, maybe I'm pedantic, but I don't like his...
misrepresentation.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to say this is a transaction. You watching the ad is you paying.
It's you selling yourself on his behalf.
You're not making a financial transaction like you would on Netflix to view the content.
No. Whenever I go to the scrapyard, and if I scrapped your wrench for money, would I be buying money with this wrench?
Shoot, I don't know.
I mean, so it has to do with how the money is, and money gets transacted for you watching, so you're selling yourself for the money. You know, you're not paying for the money. You don't pay for money. You sell for money. You buy with money.
Right.
So his argument is just messed up.
It's not a tip. You're not like tipping your server by watching an ad. That's not.
Kind
that's not
of,
how that
yeah,
works.
kind of is.
It's actually the deal. Like, that's the deal.
Adblock is the deal. I just realized that's the argument. I cannot tell you what the impact of people using Adblock is, because people have used Adblock since before YouTube has existed.
Yeah, it's
There is no data about it. If people can't have Adblock, maybe they watch less. Maybe they get less money.
Yeah.
I bet that we'll never know, because Adblock is the deal. Oh, but apparently you can pirate Windows. Oh my god. So it's been about 5 years, or maybe 4, something like that, since I've done this Excess Opinions podcast, or what I call a podcast. It's just me sitting with a friend in front of a camera talking about something we care about. Something we care about lately is Linus Sebastian from Linus Tech Tips recently said on Twitter that ad blocking is by definition piracy. I happen to hate ads a lot, and we're very opinionated about this, and I want to make sure that I know that we make about $7,000 a year off of ads. So I probably go on the opposite side of the spectrum, where I feel so icky for having to do ads instead of Etsy that I'm like, oh, I hate ads. I'm so sick and tired of having to do ads. I hate them. Block all of the ads. Meanwhile, let's see what Linus thinks.
Real last name posted an inadvertent, super red hot take on Twitter last night. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let's start with the tweet that began it all, which was a look at the 2021 revenue makeup for Linus Media Group. And in response to this tweet, one astute viewer said, wow, I didn't imagine that AdSense would be a fifth of your income. I feel like a jerk for being lazy, not customizing my ad blocker. I responded. I said, online websites and creators are supported by ads. I thought that was pretty common knowledge. Question.
That is common knowledge, but it's also common knowledge that if you let ads through, you're gonna spend all your life watching ads. Because they take and take and take. You have to you're selling yourself when you want an ad. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark. Ad blocking is the exact same thing as piracy. Literally the exact same thing.
Oh,
literally.
People will still do it.
Literally.
And I've been guilty of it at times.
It's like
but we
stealing
just
a
need
ship.
to be aware of the impact.
Okay.
That was what I said.
I got a problem with that.
Now,
You can have space on it.
So Piracy. Ad blocking is the same as piracy.
From a guy, Linus pirates Windows and says it's a good thing. He pirates Windows and says it's a good thing. He also makes videos about how to use Adblock.
So, we all understand, well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but, you know, I remember piracy being like, oh, you go on Kazaa and you get a song, and, you know.
Kazaa.
Or, what was it, LimeWire, or, you know.
Napster,
you know.
Yeah.
You knew you didn't buy that CD, right? So you're like, well, I want this song, but I don't want to buy the CD, okay?
Going the back alleyway to get something.
So, all of us have an ad blocker, because a lot of websites have nefarious ads.
They have viruses in them, they waste your time, they don't give much money. Like, for instance, when you watch an ad on my channel, you probably sell yourself, you sell yourself and your time to make me like 1/30th of a cent. Actually, I think it's a little more on some videos, like 2 cents, but still, it's not worth it.
Right. It's piracy.
Apparently.
Arg.
Apparently it's piracy.
But okay, you know what? Let's see.
Piracy to not watch the ad.
Now, I don't want to get all up in arms. You know, I kind of want to see where he's going, because I do like Linus and Linus Tech Tips. So I'm gonna give him a chance, but already I'm kind of ready to jump out of the ship here, because I don't even see this. But
it might be one of those things where somebody says something and it's Twitter. They can only fit so many things on a little bit of words, and maybe he's gonna say, but piracy is okay.
Tell me, Luke, please tell me, how spicy is that take? Give it to me out of ghost peppers. How many ghost peppers? Help me out here.
I would not have been able to expect this reaction at all. I'm genuinely very surprised by it, because most people that I know just wouldn't care, if that makes sense.
Okay.
They'd be like, yeah.
But I made it worse. Okay? I did post some follow-up tweets on the subject.
Oh, okay.
Because he clarified. He
clarified.
He
replying to Thompson.
We kind of watched this play out.
Okay. So here's where things get kind of spicy. Conflating blocking ads with piracy is silly. Why not encourage everyone to block ads, but buy some merch? At least your merch segues are amusing and the desk pads are awesome. To which I replied, why not encourage everyone to torrent Stranger Things rather than subscribing to Netflix, and then buy a Stranger Things themed Lego set and t-shirt?
You want to take this one?
I said, you see now, it's literally the exact same thing. The payment for the content in this case is ads. You're not watching them, you are not paying for it, because that's what the payment is.
Yeah, because you're paying with yourself.
Okay. So...
Because you're a sucker for not using Adblock.
Alright. We all know that Netflix it has a paywall.
I think his idea is great. I like that idea. I like, you know what, he's using it as a mic drop moment.
Right.
About like, oh, well, why don't you just torrent Stranger Things and then buy a Lego set? Well, you know, that's actually a good idea, because maybe I should, because Stranger Things will probably generate like a few pennies through if I decided to get Netflix. But instead, if I bought a Lego set, they probably get like $5 out of the royalties.
But here's the problem I'm having with that argument. Okay, YouTube by nature doesn't have a paywall.
No,
you don't even have to be signed in to watch it.
You can watch it on your refrigerator if you have one of those stupid refrigerators.
Which, if you do, let me know what you watch on your refrigerator. I want to know.
I bet they watch Mr. Carlson's Lab.
I hope they do. But in all seriousness, Netflix has a subscription. YouTube has an optional one, is it, with premium?
Yeah, which I've thought about, but I'm too lazy and I don't feel like paying money.
But that doesn't stop you from being able to access YouTube.
No.
So I don't.
Here.
Okay.
Instead of ad blocking, what if you go onto YouTube? Here, I'm gonna do it. That'll take work. I'm gonna pretend we go onto YouTube and I get through because my thing's slow. If I go into YouTube and I load a video and then I immediately hit the reload button, no ad
It's true.
whatsoever. I'm reloading the page. Is that also piracy?
Let's see.
Gonna have to agree to disagree. Love watching your content on YouTube. I'll still continue to block ads and buy merch instead. Said go sneak into Cirque du Soleil without a ticket. When they try to kick you out, try the "but I bought a soda and a hoodie" defense. You're just objectively wrong. The price is set by the seller, not the buyer. You can steal/pirate it, but then just admit it to yourself. And then I followed up. To be clear, I have publicly said that a single merch purchase is worth more than a year of AdSense for a viewer.
Okay, what's your take on that?
All right, this is kind of... So I remember seeing this when it played out, and this is kind of where I'm like, all right, he's lost the plot a little bit here. Because...
You're not sneaking in.
You're not sneaking into YouTube.
To watch without ads. You're just going to the only thing you need is https://youtube.com watch page, whatever.
Right. You know, I've watched videos that don't even have ads. I didn't even have to watch an ad to get into YouTube to watch ducks eat bread. I mean, I could probably type anything right now. Mm-hmm. Ducks eat bread. Dog follows child to school. I don't know.
It is not a de facto thing that whenever you watch a video or click on a YouTube video that you know that you're going to have to watch an ad.
Right.
It's just most of the time if you don't have an ad blocker on. And, you know, honestly, I don't really think ad blockers make that big of a difference. And, like, the revenue stream, I don't know.
I'll tell you, you know...
Maybe I would make an extra $1,000, but would I like that? Wasting, let's say, 10,000 hours of my viewers' times watching ads whenever just a few of them donating like $20 a year makes up for all of that?
So I like what the one person said. Where they're like, well, you know, I'll block ads, but I'll buy your merch. You know, I like the cut of their jib because what they're saying is I don't want to watch an ad for Ice Cream Truckers Inc. when I could just I like your merch. I like you. I want to support you directly, or at least as directly as possible, while you know buying something from you, right?
And with my Etsy experiment, one person buys a push stick, and they've probably given me more money than them watching ads would ever do for like 3 lifetimes. So them buying one product probably has helped me more than they will ever if just by watching ads, because ads just don't pay.
And here's the thing: if he wants people to watch ads, that's fine, right? If that's his stance, which
if he wants money, he should say he wants money.
Right. Past this point, I don't know what he's gonna say, but the fact is, this take right here about going into Cirque du Soleil without a ticket, you don't need a ticket to get into YouTube.
No.
It's
like a library.
It's the wrong argument. Like,
it's a public
you're not
space.
Sneaking into YouTube to watch a video because you didn't watch an ad, which I'm interested to, you know, I wonder what he thinks about people who skip an ad. Because I know we all do it.
Because he makes less money if you skip an ad.
I mean, because, let's be frank, if someone's sitting in front of their computer and they're like, alright, I'm going to dig in, I'm going to watch this video, they're going to skip an ad when they can, right? So, is that a problem? Is that piracy? What if you turn away from the screen and you say, oh, I don't want to see this. I'll just, you know, sometimes I watch YouTube on my PlayStation and you can't block the ads, right? Well, sometimes I walk away. I don't watch the ad. I mean, is he going to be okay with that? I mean, I don't know.
So it's like, he did, if he didn't have an issue with that, it would just be an issue with him, well, first of all, not getting money. Because, you know, like, I'm on the opposite of the thing where I'm just like, oh, I hate ads, because it's like, I hate it more because I make money from it. I feel gross. But then, like, something like Etsy comes along and I can manufacture things and sell them. Well, I mean, I'm not doing that right now, but I hope to get back into that. And so then I jump towards that. So I might be having a bit of the opposite reaction where I just feel like gross and slimy for doing ads. And plus, I don't like watching ads. Like for instance, let me just make sure I'm still recording. Yeah, I'm still recording. So I just turned off ads, and oh man, I haven't turned off I just turned off ad blocker, and I haven't turned off ad blocker in like 5 years. Boy, I forgot how many ads YouTube has.
Yeah.
It sucks. There's like things popping up and whatever.
Yeah, even on the screen, right? Like,
Yeah.
From a business standpoint, I don't even care. Just don't make the argument it's not piracy. Ethical piracy is still piracy.
Ethical piracy is still what is ethical piracy? That's not piracy anymore. That might be freebooting. I don't know, but
like.
What, he didn't say why you can't make an argument that it's not piracy. Okay, I'm going to make the argument that it's not that it's not piracy. How about you make it so I can't make an argument because then I'd be contradictory, or because your argument has already established that, you know.
Right, and it's not like I'm up in arms about this, but I will admit, it just annoys me personally because I don't know, maybe I'm pedantic or something, but to compare it to sneaking into Cirque du Soleil, which, by the way, Cirque du Soleil, cool stuff. But
Really?
Oh yeah, I went in Vegas once. But to compare, to imply that it's the same as, well, he stated it, sneaking into a show because you didn't watch the ad. It's not like you say, oh, I don't want to watch Stranger Things on Netflix. I'm just gonna go get it from wherever. I don't know what people do these days to watch them. I don't. Okay.
Because Pirate Bay's gone. Yeah. Popcorn Time's gone.
I don't know.
Foot Locker maybe.
But the fact is they watch it somewhere else. Okay, yeah, we can all agree. Yeah.
Oh, Google Drive. People since Google Drive now.
See,
I've seen that before.
I don't even know. But it's like
you have to do like you have to like send a secret link and so like
YouTube
that.
By nature doesn't require you to do anything special to access it. Like Cirque du Soleil, where you buy a ticket, or Netflix, where you have a subscription. That's where I'm taking issue with it. I mean, it's not the right argument, in my opinion. And I'm just some person online.
Yeah. But we've been making videos. I mean, you've been helping me for a while.
Sure.
And I've been doing this for like a decade, and I think I'm entitled to my opinion about ads. God damn it. Ooh. Let's see if that works for I mean, also, maybe we shouldn't be, like, having to look at the camera that much, because it's supposed to be a podcast. I keep looking at the camera because I know.
So, should we start over?
No, I think that was a good prefix for preface.
Okay.
What's the term for that kind of thing?
So, like, we kind of draw people in, and then maybe now we start having...
Well, we wanted to make a point, because, like, hey, if Linus watches this video, Linus could listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
But he's also going to not agree, because he's already had a million...
He's not... Yeah.
Because he just wants money.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Is it recording?
Oh. I didn't realize you could hit the space bar to record with OBS. That's cool.
Right.
That was all I said on the subject. I said that not paying for a thing is piracy. So, shall I begin bringing...
But there's things that are free. Just because you don't pay for a thing doesn't mean that it's piracy. Oh, I don't pay for air. Is that piracy? No, that's not a thing. If he wants to make a philosophical argument or something like that, he has to do better wording.
It seems to me that his stance is, well, by watching the ads, you're paying to view this content, which is...
You're submitting to pay.
It's a weird argument to me. I don't run a business. I don't have ad revenue per se, personally, like Linus, Sebastian, or anything like that. Or, I don't have a YouTube channel per se, personally.
Yeah.
But
you're like vicariously, where the term is.
Sure, yeah. But even if I did, I still don't know if I could agree with this, because I recognize that no one has to subscribe to watch YouTube, nor should they really have to subject themselves to an ad.
It sounds like a guy that has been too far deep in the idea that because you upload stuff to YouTube, which there's nothing inherently like a business model about this. Right. There is no agreement that I make a product, I sell it, I get money. This is a website where it's like he's getting paid to edit Wikipedia.
Right.
It's like he's getting paid to post stuff on Twitter. It's a thing that is meant for just kids to upload cat videos, honestly, and then also for people to because YouTube wants to have like political power over people or whatever. So
that's a bit out of my spectrum, but
But they do want to have the views so they can funnel people to certain things or whatever, and they can draw attention because they want to be the new news network, and they want to be the new television that the news networks go through. Because it's a lot of money.
You know, it's funny that you bring up they want to be a new television. I mean, I keep getting those YouTube TV like pop-ups. Yeah. Leave me alone. I don't have cable. I don't want this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kept the cable and I never had.
But that's a whole other whole other thing that I could random. That's not my issue. And again, maybe I'm pedantic, but this wording of you didn't pay to watch my video. I mean, someone said, "Look, Linus, I like your stuff. I want to support you." I think that's pretty cool. Right.
Well, what if somebody just donated money and used Adblocker?
You know, it's a good question. I do wonder
because he was upset. He was upset at the idea of somebody saying that they could watch with Adblock and then buy a T-shirt, which is overpriced, and then that would counteract it, which it would. He should be able to agree with that. That like the 30 cents that they would give him throughout their life of being a viewer would, or maybe $3. Wouldn't amount to probably the $5 he would get from selling a T-shirt, because he always makes a bunch of money from selling stuff. Then if maybe his issue is with the type of like the fact that they're also getting a T-shirt out of the deal. Okay, then what if they just donate the money?
You know, I would find it interesting that an issue with them getting something out of the deal. I mean, wouldn't you want everyone to be happy in the I mean, I'm not going to pretend to know his mind, but
I could see if maybe he feels like because the T-shirt costs them money, that maybe they like he justifies that they're at the minimum cost for it or something like that. So if we just get rid of the product, them getting product where they're watching for free, but donating money, is that still piracy? Because they're using Adblocker.
I do wonder how he would feel about that. They use the ad blocker, but they just directly donate. I do wonder.
I mean, because because it seems like his thing is all kind of weird and pretzel logic. And what side of the pretzel would that fall on?
Now, if he still had the same argument against that, you know, if he still said, "Well, yes," I'd be like, "All right, understandable. You have the same consistent stance, even if I don't agree.
Okay.
Even if I don't agree with it, at least it's a consistent stance that that you're taking here, right?" Even if it might be an odd one.
Are we okay with that?
I think the atrocious takes that I would like to publicly annihilate.
I want to do a very short discussion before we do that. But there's a lot of those, so we do got to get to that eventually.
Sure.
But when you're saying piracy, would you back this up in a legal sense?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I think that's something that people are having problems with.
It's a non-legal piracy.
But when I say piracy, I mean YAR.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean...
Okay, so when he... Alright. He means YAR. What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe he means like 4chan piracy? Like we're a meme?
I don't know what 4chan is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what that is.
I think it's like Reddit, kind of.
I know what Reddit is. But
I know you know what Reddit is because you read it.
Which is, I think, one of the reasons why I was literally saying...
I was like Disney pirate.
Oh, really?
I think other people aren't interpreting it necessarily the same way. I think that just don't care. It's like, but how you need to be able to do that. That's like a thing that should be very important, and you can do that, and that's fine. But yeah, you're not paying for it. You're not... there isn't an exchange that is intended to happening, and you are the one avoiding that. Yeah, I don't know. Go for it.
Wait, so it's all right,
here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Do your screen.
Okay.
Adblock.
So you can make them because it's not the intended transaction happening. Then even if you bought $1 million in merch, they would still count that as piracy.
That sounds like that's the argument he's making because the intended transaction isn't happening.
Well, what is this obsession with the intended transaction? I mean, it's not like he runs a supermarket and sells olives, and then like you're expected to pay for them. It's not a transaction. You watching a video is not a transaction.
Yeah, maybe that's the argument. But, you know, like,
That's my argument, that watching a video is not a transaction. It should always be the video maker giving a gift to the viewer, and the viewer gets to do whatever the fuck they want with it.
yeah.
If they want to turn it into a meme, that's fine. Memes aren't piracy.
Right.
Yeah.
If ad blocking were illegal, you would have companies launching lawsuits against ad blockers and their users.
So this, yeah, we're going.
That is some psychopathic, dystopic garbage.
Dang. Yeah, we're going with the legal one straight away.
Yeah. So, again, maybe that's where the miscommunication took place, ladies and gentlemen, because I never said that it was illegal.
But piracy is an illegal thing. Piracy is like, yeah.
By definition,
People have been murdered over piracy. People, especially, wholesale piracy, and then also digital piracy. People have gone to prison, or threatened to go to prison, have been fined millions of dollars over downloading songs. Because they tried making examples out of them.
Exactly. So when
It ruined their lives.
So did the definition of piracy change when we weren't looking?
But apparently it's fine for him to pirate Windows.
But that's what I want to know. Did it change? Because now he's like, well, you're talking about the legal sense. I mean, by definition, I thought piracy was illegal.
Yeah, because what he's doing is illegal, of pirating Windows for his show. And the difference there is Windows has a price. Windows has a paywall. You have to pay for it. Of like, I don't know, $99 or whatever it is. And he, if I remember right, his video where why he pirates Windows is because he didn't feel like paying like $6,000 a year buying like 20 licenses of Windows or 30 licenses for Windows, because they kept having to reinstall it. And that's fine. I don't mind. Microsoft makes a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But then don't go around and say that, AdSense is bad. Ad blocking is bad. AdSense. AdSense is bad. I don't like making money. I don't like my paychecks from Google. I mean, I kind of don't, but I'm going to keep... You know, it's funny because like, I actually had that hard time with it because for the longest time I didn't... Well, I still don't like getting ad money. But I like Etsy money because I feel like Etsy is, that's kind of it. I feel like Etsy is an actual transaction where I'm giving something.
Right.
And I'm worthy of that money, even if I charge extra for it. Okay, a mallet's probably not worth $40. Push sticks probably aren't worth $20.
I believe
$20. Okay, I mean, sure, I would love to sell push sticks for like $1 each, but I kind of do elevate the price just because I can, because I have viewers that really want it, and there's a good demand for bespoke American-made items, handmade. But the fact that it's still a physical thing that I'm transacting is important.
Right.
And with Etsy, I'm selling something. With YouTube, I don't expect anything. And I've learned not to expect anything, definitely.
Well,
not that I ever had any misconceptions or whatever, but I mean, I don't understand how he can be on YouTube and expect something unless he's just been so, like, what's the term, inculcated into the mindset that this is a worthy work that he's doing.
Which, look,
it's entertainment. That's all it is.
If his stance is, hey guys, I want to make money from these ads, all right? Take the stance,
yeah.
Right? Like, piracy, by definition, last I checked, was illegal.
Yeah.
Last I checked, I mean, perhaps the definition has somehow
changed.
It's gonna change. But he's all now. He's like, now we're talking legal. I mean, a lot of the people that watch him do support him. They want to support him. They actually want to support him in the best way possible, though, and they don't believe that AdSense is the way to do it. Because I mean, who likes ads really? Okay, maybe some people do.
They're destroying the world. I think they're rotting the world from the inside out, and I think that ads are a problem. If I have to look at ads in public, then I don't want to have to pay taxes. Because if I can watch YouTube for free because I get to watch ads, I better not have to pay any money for roads because there's billboards next to the road.
It's so annoying that I can't drive down. I mean, I will say, I have a whole thing with those billboards that blind you on the highway. Like, someone should be paying me for being blinded by some ad.
You know what? I can bet. I'm going to bet that I can say that I think that I shouldn't have to pay taxes if I have to see ads everywhere.
Oh, if only.
I don't think that's going to get any controversy because people are either going to be like, it's a good idea, or they're going to be like, ha! They're not going to.
Are you sure it's not going to be someone that's going to be like, well, hang on, you don't think someone's going to make the argument that you shouldn't get paid? You know,
not like people are making arguments against Linus. There might be a few people, but then they're probably just going to be like, we're just shit posting, which I kind of am. But I mean, no, I'm not. I'm very serious, and I mean, yeah, I think that because like I hate ads. Everybody hates ads except for people who make money from ads.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yep.
Say what it is. It's fine.
I said it's piracy. Not everything that's piracy is necessarily, strictly speaking, illegal. Also, here's another really good take. No, not in 2015, not in 2022, and it's a link from Tort Freak. Sorcier says, but you literally compared it to pirating Netflix. Yes, I did. On Netflix, you have a video, right, to watch. Do we all follow along here? You're with me so far?
Yep.
There's a video.
After paywall.
Okay, what's the deal? How do you get the video?
You pay.
You pay for a subscription to Netflix.
Okay, I'm with them on this.
What if you, for whatever reason, do not wish to pay, but you still wish to consume the video? What is that?
Piracy.
Okay. Here.
Well,
hold on. Stick with me.
You would have to actually do the thing.
Okay, stick with me here. On YouTube, what do we have?
A video.
Okay, we got a video.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the deal to watch the video?
You gotta
click on it and have https://youtube.com and watch some whatever the address is.
So all right,
all you need. That's all you need.
That's disappointing actually because it. Didn't I say earlier that? Oh my God. Okay. Didn't I say earlier that you don't have to subscribe to YouTube? You just type it in and you go.
Watch it on your toaster or whatever. Well, it's mining Monero for the Russians.
He said, oh yes, I did make the comparison. Well, the comparison doesn't really hold up.
No.
Because one has a paywall and one doesn't. Now he'll say, oh well, the paywall is watching the ad.
And I even kind of like the idea of circumventing the paywall and paying with merch. Because the merch is probably overpriced anyway.
But you know what? Someone gets something that they like, whether it is or isn't. They get a hoodie or a hat.
This is kind of like, I mean, so he just doesn't like roundabout ways to get paid. Well, what about things that are paid by the government instead of the people?
Shoot.
Because there's all sorts of things that are roundabout weird ways that people end up getting paid.
You know, my issue, again, maybe I'm pedantic, but I don't like his
misrepresentation.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to say this is a transaction. You watching the ad is you paying.
It's you selling yourself on his behalf.
You're not making a financial transaction like you would on Netflix to view the content.
No.
They're not the same thing. You know, maybe I'm missing something here. Is this some kind of like moral?
Whenever I go to the scrapyard, and if I scrapped your wrench for money, would I be buying money with this wrench?
Shoot, I don't know.
I mean, so it has to do with how the money is, and money gets transacted for you watching, so you're selling yourself for the money. You know, like you're not paying for the money. You don't pay for money. You sell for money. You buy with money.
Right.
So his argument is just messed up.
The fact that he views paying for Netflix with, you know, money as the same, you know, actual physical money that comes out of your account in some way, whether it's your bank account or your credit card, but you still gotta pay that with money to viewing an ad which costs you nothing but time? Oh, is that the argument he's making? That it costs you something, it costs you time. I mean, I'm not about... They're still not the same thing to me.
No.
Because I don't have to view the ad, but I can't watch Netflix without spending the money. If I don't want to view the ad, I'm like, I can sit here and be like, well, no, I'm getting coffee.
I mean, because like, you're not...
Or skip.
Yeah, you're not... Yeah, you can skip it. There is no wall to watching YouTube.
No.
And that's also why there's also no wall to uploading to YouTube.
No. We're gonna upload this crap probably.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the fact is, we don't have to pay for the privilege to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for the privilege to watch like ducks eating bread. Apparently, that's something I want to watch right now.
And I would be perfectly happy if my viewers, because I use Adblock, if they use Adblock.
Who?
I recommend it. Actually, what ad blocker do I currently use? Let's see. I'm using Adblocker Ultimate. Block 47. Total 1939. That's actually a pretty low number.
Yeah, it is.
19. Did it just go up? Anyway, 19398 ads. I found this one actually works pretty well. I don't use Adblocker on my phone because Adblock on my phone doesn't seem to work too well. But that's just because I found that reloading the video gets rid of the ad.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
So, because I've done that. So, not deliberately. There was one time, I'm watching a video and I don't know, something. And I'm just like, I just want to see if they do the thing that they say they're going to do at the beginning. It's like, 15 minutes later we did the thing. So I skipped to the end. But I'm like, all right. Maybe I'll watch it again in its entirety. But not right now. So I reload it and save it for later. And guess what happens? No ads. None.
Is that Adblock?
And I'm watching it on my phone.
Is an exploit also piracy?
I want to know.
I mean, because what if you got into Netflix without paying? Would that be piracy? I'd say no, because they let you in. If you got free Netflix, that's not piracy. They let you in. They would have to be like, well, shoot, guess you got in. We'll push you out now.
It's just, I feel like there's a better argument he could make, and the reason why that I can't make the argument is because I don't believe in it enough. See, I have to believe in what he's saying to make the argument, but I don't.
Let me make the argument.
Okay.
Because I'm a bit of an actor.
Okay.
And I can bullshit my way through. No, but I think the argument that he should make is oh gosh, it is hard to make that argument.
It is, because
the argument that he can make is that he wants to make money, and he could do more if people watched ads, so he should ask people out of the kindness of their heart to watch ads. Because if people don't watch ads, then the little miracle that is AdSense-based projects, like my channel and his channel, couldn't exist.
right.
They would just be hobbies. Hobbies couldn't grow into fun, larger companies or exercises, but real flimsy reasoning.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't.
I can't make a very good argument for that. I mean, because the thing is, you'd have to spend. I mean, whenever somebody watches ads, let's say they get paid like 5 cents an hour to watch ads. Is anything worth doing for 5 cents an hour?
Nothing I can think of.
Do you want to sell out? Does Linus want to sell out his viewers for 5 cents an hour, whenever they could work an hour at their job and pay more than they probably ever will consume of his content? I think there's actually an ethical issue. The fact that he isn't so against ads, because, advertising, it's gotten out of hand.
And I can appreciate that he wouldn't be so against it, because, well, the fact is,
I'm a weird hard ass, and I'm like, I hate ads. We should outlaw them.
He's got big bills to pay.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of people to pay. He's got sponsors. I can understand that, but the fact is, the only thing I don't take issue with the fact that he wants people to watch ads. He can want what he wants. I mean, he's running a business. My issue that I have is that
he makes it moral.
He's comparing it to piracy.
Yeah.
That's the issue. You know, I don't care if he says, look, I want you guys to watch ads because I need the money. It's honest. It's straightforward.
And we were all kind of laugh like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Just like when I worked at McDonald's, it's like, I want you to buy McDonald's because then I get my paycheck.
Yeah, everyone can. Oh, yeah, I guess you do. You know, so that's not the issue I'm having. I think that's fair. But to compare it to piracy, well, no. I'm sorry. To compare it to a Netflix or Cirque du Soleil ticket,
Sneaking into Cirque du Soleil.
into a service, because it's turning it. You know, obviously it's not legal to him. It's a moral thing.
Yeah.
Right. But you're not sneaking to watch YouTube. It's not the same thing.
No.
That's my issue with it.
That's where he makes the jump.
The same.
That's where he makes that jump in logic.
Right. And I can't follow that logic.
Watch an ad.
Okay, but if you want to watch the video and you don't want the ad, this is something else.
Well, again, there has to be an action, but piracy.
No. They're totally different, Luke.
Self-liberation.
Because, Francesco,
Free sailors.
I'm going to have to disagree. The content itself is freely available. The way internet works, I could just print the raw stream on paper.
Nice.
Ads are more like, if you were so kind, please watch this. You could print the stream on paper, raw.
I like it.
Do you understand what they mean by this? Because I actually have no idea.
People do.
There's actually...
You know what's interesting? I'm seeing
He's a fucking idiot if he thinks that.
Even in his comment, his chat right now, you got people. I mean, I wasn't really reading the chat.
Yeah.
But
Oh, like, yeah, that one person that's like, it'd be nice if he was having this conversation with somebody that wasn't his employee.
well, yeah.
I mean, and granted, like you're my best friend, so we're also going to agree with each other, but I think it's a little different. I don't think that I'm in need of having my viewpoint on hating ads adjusted or whatever.
And the fact is, it's not that I have a personal hatred with ads. I just don't want to see them. Mm-hmm. You know, like I just don't want to see them. I don't feel like watching them. They're annoying.
You see this so often though. He's feigning ignorance. He's like, well, printing out the stream of data. What does that even mean? Have you ever? Oh, come on, Linus. You've used Linux. You make you may have a channel. I can't speak for some reason. You have a channel about computer stuff. You've never had a stream of data coming down a command
Of course.
prompt.
I mean, I'm not even...
He's pretending to not understand. Like, do you even know what that means? I know any language.
He knows what they mean.
I know. He's being difficult. He's being stupid on purpose.
Oh, and you know what? You see his comment right under here.
Yeah.
The Cirque du Soleil one. I don't know if he'll address it. I mean, we have to finish watching
I
it.
don't think he will.
But you know, this person says that, you know, to watch the show, you have to have a ticket, which is what I'm saying about Netflix. And,
yeah.
Well, Cirque du Soleil. I mean, now, okay, what if the show's going on and the tent's not up? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of a weird scenario.
And you're a neighbor and you watch with binoculars.
What if you're just on the sidewalk and you're like, what's going on over there?
Oh, wow, lions. And you have the binoculars and then...
What if you don't even have the binoculars? What if you're just
in the binoculars
area?
Or the ad block. What if you have binoculars and you're not supposed to see up close?
Right.
I don't know if that works or not.
I don't know, but interesting argument. But what if you're just...
Thank you.
What if you're just... I don't know, you're on the sidewalk, they're setting it up, and you're just like, oh, what's going on? Oh, that's a show. And you can kind of see it a little bit. Oh, avert your eyes. You're stealing the show. Not literally, but you can't watch. You didn't buy a ticket. You know, you didn't buy a ticket. Mm-hmm. Avert your eyes. You're a pirate. Like, I mean, okay, now I'm getting a bit silly with it, but that's kind of how I feel about what he's saying. Like,
because YouTube is Cirque du Soleil without a tent, and then for him to, and they don't even have a ticket seller. They just have this thing where they want you to read this little thing before you come in. And if you're just like, I'd rather not read that, so you walk on by and they don't do anything about it. But then he's out there being like, well, that's piracy that you didn't read it, even though they let you in.
Right, because nothing's stopping us from getting into YouTube.
No.
We can all get in just fine. I don't know what he's on about. Like,
I think that he's stuck in a lie. He's lying to himself, and now he has to lie to everybody else, and he's stuck in it, and he wants to continue that. He wants to continue that it's a moral thing, that his view is morally right. I think it's something to do with that, where he's digging his hole a little deeper until he gets to the clay. I don't know if that's very relevant to say clay or not.
I mean, when I've had clay in the yard, it's been kind of annoying for planting stuff. But I don't know. It's just not the right argument. That's my issue with it. It's not the right argument. I couldn't even make the right argument because whatever that may be, because I simply don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I can't even get in the mindset of what he's trying to say.
Well, apparently he can't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else here.
A few different interpretations.
And Francesco actually goes on to completely understand the issue, which is really confusing to me. Taking your example of the Cirque du Soleil ticket, that is a transaction. To watch the show, you have to have a ticket. Well, not if you sneak in. That was my point. Freely available content, as the name suggests, is free. Ads are fundamental to sustain it, but they are not a given.
It's not a tip. You're not like tipping your server by watching an ad. That's not.
Kind
that's not
of.
how that
Yeah,
works.
kind of is.
It's actually the deal. That's
I don't tip.
the deal.
I don't like tipping.
He keeps saying it's the deal.
It's not the deal.
I don't recall saying I'd agree to watch these ads as part of the deal.
I don't think it's even in the URL.
Now maybe it's implied because you use the service. Because I could see him saying something like that. It's implied because you use the service, right?
Yeah.
Which
I skip his sponsorships in the videos.
I do too. I don't want to hear about whoever.
Linode or no, that's the level one text. Whatever.
I don't care who and I'm happy.
Corsair. I don't care.
A lot of them are marked by chapters, so I can just skip to where I want to go.
Yeah. What about his entire videos, which are ads? He gets paid to watch. He gets paid to make those videos, so he already gets paid to make those videos. So why does he need more money from me? I mean, him making the videos, his video is the advertisement. So how does Adblock, which doesn't block the advertisement that he gets paid cash in hand for, how does that piracy? Because he already gets paid for the fact that I get to see it. It already counts it up. He already gets paid for that. I just realized that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't get that kind of thing, but I don't know if I want that kind of thing. Because then we have that issue like Hack 5, because I was on that show, and they have all these things they have to sign. Evidently they're required to have an intro, because evidently NVIDIA or something, I can't remember what it was, but NVIDIA won't take them seriously if they don't have an intro for their show, so they have to have an intro. But they lose interest during the intro, so they have to have a cold open to tell people to watch after the intro. Just get rid of the intro, get rid of the cold open. First of all, it's not really a cold open. It's called just a stupid intro. But anyway, that's what I call it anyway. What was that?
Could have been firecrackers.
It's not like a gun outside. I saw shooting a deer. Anyway, fuck. What was I saying? I can't. That was a weird sound of backfire or whatever.
The problem is that most people don't have the context of what it takes to run a video hosting platform. Of the people in this room, half of them do. So why don't you talk about that a little bit? Is hosting I don't know how much it costs.
Oh.
I actually don't.
It's expensive.
Is hosting... I wanted to ask the question.
Get owned.
I wanted to ask.
I just pirated the sorry. No, it's really expensive. It's genuinely really expensive. That's one of the reasons why we figured out that Twitch runs at a loss, and we've known for eversies that YouTube runs at a loss. There's other gains from those platforms. They want all your good, juicy data, and watch time and all that fun stuff. But it's really expensive.
I love this. This is great. Joshua Lapura posts, "It heard itself in its confusion," saying online websites and creators are supported by ads. I thought that was pretty common knowledge. Ad blocking is the exact same thing as piracy, literally the exact same thing. People will still do it, and I've been guilty of it at times, but we need to be aware of the impact. Next to the video where I talked about YouTube Vanced. This one I actually linked because it's followed by a great take from Tadeusz Judgko. No,
What do you want to bet that this take is great because it agrees with him?
Well, yeah, I mean...
Just like his employee there.
You have to pronounce that. Where's the contradiction? He said it here. He said it in the video. People will still do it, and I've been guilty of it times, but we just need to be aware of the impact.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, go throw yourself off a bridge, you disgraceful shell of a human being. I didn't say that.
And
Adblock is the given. There would be an impact if everybody stopped using Adblock. Adblock is the deal. I just realized that's the argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no impact of people. I cannot tell you what the impact of people using Adblock is because people have used Adblock since before YouTube has existed.
Yeah, it's
there is no data about it. If people can't have Adblock, maybe they watch less. Maybe they get less money. Yeah. I bet that we'll never know because Adblock is the deal. Adblock is what has been around, and you know what? Everything has been nice and stable with Adblock.
It has.
My money, sure it went up in the early 2010s, but now it's just it's even. Like 2020, I made $7,400. 2021, I made $7,200. This year, I might make $7,000. It'll go down a little bit, but it's such a tiny bit. And we might be able to get the money up by doing videos and stuff. And I am planning to go back to Illinois maybe a bit more, maybe like 2 or 3 week bits, which is not that. It's actually really easy to travel now, so
yeah.
I'll go back to the workshop. So, yeah, like Adblock is the deal. I didn't really think about that before. How I was trying to think of what would the impact be if people didn't use Adblock, but I thought back how they've always used Adblock. There's never been a time when that wasn't part of the deal, and the people at YouTube know that.
They do.
Everybody, Linus has known that since day one, that people use Adblock.
Of course.
It's always been a part of the deal.
Yep.
That's what I think.
It's been a part of the deal, but in his mind, that's not a fair transaction in this case.
Oh, but apparently you can pirate Windows. Oh my god.
Yeah, apparently. Pennies.
They finally fell. So I'm modifying this IKEA chair, and I stuffed some pennies in there in the mechanism, and I just finally went back after like a week and a half, and they fell off.
What are you gonna do?
Weld them. I'm joking.
I've even suggested, I don't know if it's been in a mainline video, but it's definitely because I know I've done it. But
well, you want to talk about the other thing?
Oh, all right.
So now that we're past us ranting about stuff, well, this right here, let me see. Hey, it's still recording. I can never trust it. Evidently, Honda has made a little motorcycle that's like based on a moped. It's a CVT, constant velocity thing. Transmission, that's the word. And it's $1,800. I can buy one. I can buy like 2 for our AdSense, and we can. This is cool.
It's kind of wild because at first I was like, oh, what is it, like teeny tiny, like you're kind of there like that, like you look a little
I can't believe it's $1,800. That's not bad.
What?
I know.
What's the? It's almost like, what's the catch?
What is the catch? I mean, I guess the only catch is that it's just made out of stuff that's really mass produced. A lot of plastic and stuff, but
it's kind of like a cool scooter.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how much scooters are. I guess scooters are pretty cheap.
I actually don't know.
It weighs 240 pounds, so it's not like it's like a 50-pound e-bike. It's a thing, and people evidently like them. I don't know how old they are. The Honda 2022 Honda Navi. We might have one on the channel before too long. I just need to get my motorcycle license. But my God, that's fucking awesome.
It's a neat little thing to get around town then.
Yeah, I mean, because you listen to it and sure, it sounds like a lawnmower, but not really a lawnmower. It sounds like my little Grizzly 4-wheeler that I had when I was a kid, and that had a CVT as well. It was 4x4, but I did not see this coming because
I'll take mine in red. No, what is that? Look at that.
That's the Grom.
Oh, it's the oh, never mind.
Oh,
wait, hang on.
Oh no, it is a mod. Okay.
It's a Navi mod.
Oh.
I guess it's kind of like. Wow.
That's a little weird.
Okay. I'm really getting serious with this stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god. So you know, we had this thing where I was looking around for getting Yamaha TW200, which I happen to like a lot, and I still kind of want one. Although I would also like, what was that? Here, let me see.
Oh.
It was that motorcycle that was like.
Oh, that's right. The 93 Yamaha?
Yeah, where is it?
Second one from the top?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, this 93 Yamaha, I'm a long way away, but it came up. $4,500. I mean, we can make a road trip for a motorcycle for $4,500. But it's like, I mean, yes, we're advertising for this because this looks kind of interesting. Something like this. I mean, I wouldn't want to go all the way to New Jersey.
That's a way to go.
In New Jersey, but Delta box combination. I don't even know, like, but it came up as like the really, you know, because you can do the thing where you can like search all around. But that's how I got my city car.
Where'd you get it from?
Ohio.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, my dad did actually.
Yeah.
I think of for that. So I would like a motorcycle like that, a really cool fancy bike. Only $4,000. It's kind of surprising. Mm-hmm. But a new Yamaha TW200 is about $5,000. And you know, we were talking about the Honda Grom, and I didn't like that it was like $4,000.
Yeah. And let's be honest, like, I'd be a novice rider, and I'm like, oh, I dropped the thing one time. I'm just like, well, take me out back and shoot me.
And whatever I'm going to get, I'm going to do off-roading. And if we get a Navi, well, first of all, it has to be like, hey, listen, hey. Anyway.
Oh, no.
So, I'm going to take that thing off-road. And for only $1,800...
You can't feel bad about it.
No, I won't feel bad. But I'll flip it over or whatever, hit a tree.
First time out. Well... That's it for old Navi.
Like I got my slippers. You gave me my slippers, and then I told you in a week I'll probably be welding them, and I'm in the driveway.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, granted, I was torch soldering in the plumbing in the bathroom, but still, I count that.
Yeah, you're still doing it.
Yeah. Well, should we probably call it there?
Yeah.
Talk about motorcycles. That's a good place to end instead of being angry at Linus.
I want one of those.
Yeah, isn't it a shame that it's
not that I'm so much. I don't like it. I don't like his take.
I'm just disappointed that he let himself dig himself a little hole and not see what everybody else sees.
Yeah.
And I think that because he's had such a reaction from people, he's not going to ever. He's cemented his opinion.
Oh yeah.
And he's not gonna listen to anybody. So there's no point in us making this video except for us all to collectively agree that yes, we hate Adblock. We hate ads.
we like Adblock.
We like Adblock, except for the ad blocks whenever they start allowing some ads. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Sorry if I run over your feet. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Or should we make a new outro?
Oh, on the spot, huh?
This was Excess Opinions. Goodbye.
We'll see how that looks.